Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am filming my updated review hits or misses of all this stuff from the Shop My Stash, my February Shop My Stash. So these are the products that I have been using over the month of February, or at least trying to use. I'll get into that here in a minute. And I might end up changing my format of how I'm doing all this, but this is just how I'm doing it this month. And then we'll go from there because this is literally my very first Shop My Stash month. Like I told you guys, I'm not just only using these products over the month. I'm focusing on these products, but I'm also using other things from my collection that I get that are new, testing out, new stuff. So, or if there's something that's older in my collection and I just want to wear during the month, I'm going to wear it. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump in. So the first two things, and I don't know if I'm going to do this in complete order as to how I talked about them in the Shop My Stash, because I can't really remember my exact order, but I do know that I talked about my skincare stuff first. So I had pulled the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Barrier Cream and the Ultra Repair Cannabis and Oat Dry Oil. And with the barrier cream, it doesn't look like it right now because it's after you let it sit there for a little bit, it's so weird. It's like it puffs back up and makes the jar look like it's almost filled again when it's actually not. But this stuff is just so bizarre. I don't know, it's almost like a foam, but then whenever you rub it on your skin, it feels kind of like a primer. It really does feel like it creates a good barrier for your skin. But with this lotion, even though I do like it, I would not use this if I was gonna wear foundation. Even though it does feel like a primer, in times when I have used it that way, it does that thing where, and I don't know what the technical term is for it, but where it makes your foundation peel off, with the lotion. So this is a product that I would use in the evenings before I would go to bed, and I liked the way it made my skin feel. I woke up in the morning and my skin felt really refreshed and hydrated. But it is one of those products that it definitely feels like there's not that it feels sticky, but it does create a good barrier with your skin. So I do like this. I don't know if I necessarily like it any more than my Ultra Repair Cream. So I don't know if I would start buying this in replace of that. Probably not. But this was a good product to try, and I am grateful that First Aid Beauty did send this to me in PR. But yeah, I did really enjoy that. And then with the Ultra Repair Cannabis and Oat Oil, this stuff I would use I would mix it in with my whatever lotion, I almost said foundation, whatever face lotion I was using, I would just put 3 drops of this in with the lotion and then put it on my face, and it did add more moisture, but it wasn't greasy, and I do feel like it kind of calmed, made my skin feel more calm and more hydrated. I do really enjoy this, and I started using this over my Lancome Advanced Genifique. So I probably would go back and forth, just switching off between those two, but I do really enjoy this, and I feel like once I use this up, I could see myself repurchasing this in the future. So I do really like this. I think this would be a good product if you need to add more moisture to your skincare, and if your skin is sensitive and is, irritated or red. I do feel like this is a good product to kind of help moisturize and calm that down. But I would use this in conjunction with your moisturizer. I wouldn't really use it by itself. I feel like I took forever talking about those skincare products, so I'm gonna try to run through the rest of this. Okay, so with the foundations, I'm gonna have to keep the Fit Me Dewy Plus Smooth in next month's Shop My Stash because I didn't really touch this but maybe once this month. And I really need to use this more. I think in this month's, or I guess in March, Shop My Stash, I'm not gonna select so many products from each of the categories because when I'm testing out and using new products that's getting sent to me or that I'm buying, it's just too much. I can't keep up. So I think next month this is just gonna be the foundation that I select. Cause yeah, I didn't really use that. But the Superstay Full Coverage Foundation, like, I have a love-hate relationship with this. I think for me, this foundation would be better suited in the summer months because right now my skin is just too dry for it. It's too drying. I don't know. So I guess I'll try to give it another shot in the summer months, and I do have a slightly darker shade for summer, so maybe I can mix these two if that one's too dark or doesn't work right, and see if I like it better then, because it's like I just feel too dry for this. It dries me out too much. It just looks too, I don't know, it looks too drying on my skin. So if I end up not liking this in the summer, I might end up decluttering this. I know some people swear by this, but I feel like this is a better foundation for somebody that's oily. With my primers, so I have come to the conclusion that even though I do like the CoverGirl, the neutralizing one, the green primer, it does do a really good job of neutralizing. This is also too drying for me. This is better suited for somebody that's oily. And I would much rather use my Maybelline Master Prime Correct that's also a green tint, because this one is not as drying on my skin. You guys know I'm more normal to dry, and especially right now in the winter months, I'm definitely more dry. So I'm probably gonna possibly give this to somebody else, or maybe I'll just hold on to it, try it again in the summer, and see. It might be like one of those summertime products for me. But with the pore minimizing one, I do really like this because this one, I don't necessarily find that it minimizes my pores, but it does keep my foundation lasting longer, and it also is hydrating when you put it on. Like, it's not an extremely hydrating primer, but it doesn't feel like it dries me out the way that this one does. So I do like this one for like a long wearing, but at the same time somewhat hydrating primer. Moving on to concealers, so I had selected these two. Now the Too Faced Born This Way, it's like another one of those products that I have a love-hate relationship. Like, sometimes I do like it, other times I feel like it's too drying. So this is another one of those products I want to save and revisit in the summer to see if I like it better. With the BH Studio Pro, I think I'm going to end up decluttering this because this just, it just creases too much on me. Even if I use a little bit of it, it's just not my favorite. I would rather use any of my other favorite concealers over this. And it's crazy to think that like last year around this time I loved it, but I just don't like it anymore. So probably going to declutter that. With the highlights, and I mentioned these in my February favorites, beauty favorites, and I don't know if that's like too redundant if I mention them again in both videos, but I feel like I need to because this was part of Shop My Stash. But all of the highlights that I selected to use, I just absolutely love, and they were favorites. Like I said, I included them in my February beauty favorites. With bronzers, I fell back in love with my NARS Laguna. This is just one of my all-time favorite bronzers. It's great on anybody that is fair to light, and it's a good buildable bronzer. It's one of those bronzers that it never looks too much or too overdone. It just looks natural. It's not too warm toned, it's not too cool toned. It's just the perfect. So, fall back in love with that. This product I'm gonna save for my March Shop My Stash because I don't even think I touched this. So yeah, I used the new Nudes palette a few times. I didn't use it a ton of times, but I feel like for me, this is one of those palettes that even though it's like marketed as a nude palette and these shadows are more nude, for my skin tone, they look more like colors, like purple or mauve or pink. They don't necessarily look nude on me. So even though I do really enjoy this palette and I will still use this, and like I said, I think it's a gorgeous palette, it's just not one of my like go-to everyday palettes because for my skin tone it's more of a colorful palette for me. Like, I guess if you are medium to deep, this might be more of a nude palette for you. But like I said, I feel like it's more of like a colored palette. I don't know. So I do like this, but like if you're wanting to get like a straight up nude palette, this is more like pink, purple, and mauve than it is like what you would typically think of a nude palette. With the Crimson palette, I did use this quite a bit this month, and I know that this one is even more colorful in some ways than the new nudes, but this palette also has some good neutral like browns in it. So I feel like even though it does have brighter colors in this, you can create more wearable everyday looks. And I just thought that both of these palettes were such gorgeous palettes for like Valentine's Day for the month of February. So I do enjoy this one, and I think for $7 it's a great palette. Is it as good a quality as like Huda Beauty? No, but for $7 it's not a bad palette. Okay, with the Sultry palette, I don't think I touched this palette this month. So I'll be saving this for March. With the setting sprays, I mentioned the VDL Expert Radiance Fix Mist in my February favorites. This is just one of my favorite dewy setting sprays. I know this is a little bit more expensive, but it is a really nice dewy setting spray, and I do recommend it. With the CoverGirl Look Lockup, I did not use this as much as I thought that I would. And I do like this, but sometimes in the winter months, it can be a little too drying for me. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this and revisit it in the summer months. Then the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. I did use this more at the beginning of the month, and then it was like, I just forgot to use it and then just went back to my Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. So I'm going to leave this again for my March Shop Mustache. And then this product here, the CoverGirl Get In Line Active Liquid Liner. I don't think I touched this product either this month. I didn't use liquid liner that much in the month of February, so I'm just gonna save this for March and hopefully I will use it. Another eyeshadow product, I had the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit Liquid Shadow in Putty in my hands, and I honestly did not use this as much as I wanted to. I ended up using the one in Sandcastles, which they ended up sending me all of their new products for 2019, all the new ones they launched, and I really enjoyed this one, so it kind of pulled me away from using this one. So I'm going to keep that in my March Shop Mustache and use that there. And then for mascaras, so I talked about the NYX Worth the Hype in my February beauty favorites, and I absolutely love this mascara. This is a good mascara when you want crazy volume and you want a mascara that's going to keep your lashes curled all day long, that's not going to flake or smudge. This mascara is really awesome for that, so I do really like this. I would definitely repurchase this once I use it up if I want a mascara that's super volumizing. Now with the Essence Lash Princess, it's just like meh for me. It doesn't really do that much. I know some people swear by this and this is like their favorite mascara, but this really isn't that great. So, and it's getting kind of old now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in like my empties. So I'm just gonna put that over there. And then for blushes, I mentioned these in my February beauty favorites. These are the Lancome. These are the Lancome Les Monochromatiques. It's like I feel like I'm saying that so slow, and I feel like if I have anybody that speaks French, they're like, oh my gosh, like how slow could you pronounce that? But I really like these. They are so pretty. Like they look like they would be so bright and too intense for me to wear, but they're those types of blushes that just have a good buildable pigmentation to them, and they're a cream to powder formula. And I told you guys this in the Shop Mustache video, but they're supposed to be used for anywhere on the face, like on your eyes, on your lips, on your cheeks. I have yet to use them anywhere else on my face. I've only used them on my cheeks, but I do really like both of these colors, and I can see myself using these a ton. I think they are really beautiful products, especially if you want colors like this for your collection. And I just think that they are great products because you can use them for more than one thing. I do have the color S'il vous plaît, which is the pink one, on my cheeks today, and I just think it's such a pretty pink. And with Soiree, this is just a really pretty, like it gives you a natural like red rosy flush. So I love both of those. And then with the Clinique Cheek Pop and Nude Pop, I did use this quite a bit, and I do really like this. I feel like I still need to like use this more, but sometimes for me, It's like I do like it, but it's almost so light and so neutral. It's almost too boring for me. Or at least it has been lately. So I don't know. I mean, I do, sorry, my nose is itching. I guess somebody's thinking about me. I do really like this, and I think if you're one of those people that you don't like a very strong or heavy blush or anything that's going to take away from your makeup look, I think you would really enjoy this. The last things to talk about are lip products, and I think I did select too many lip products for this month. I didn't really use the Revlon Plumping Lip Cream too much. I did use it a few times, and I think I'm just over this. Like, I don't really like it that much. I know some people really like these, but I don't really find that it's that long wearing. I don't really like to use it on its own, and when I use it with the lip liner, sometimes it's almost too like oily or something, and it breaks down the lip liner. So I think I'm gonna end up decluttering this, maybe give it to one of my friends. With the L'Oreal Coloris Shines, I love these. You guys know how much I love these. I think I kind of forgot that I had selected Varnish Rosewood for this month because I had put it back in my acrylic like lipstick holder, like that turnstile thing. And I did remember to use Shining Peach. After using Shining Peach over the month, I was kind of on the fence like whether I wanted to keep that or get rid of it. But after using it, I realized that I do want to keep it, and I do like that paired with like a darker nude lip liner. The last two lip products that were part of Shop My Stash that I'm reviewing for you guys, the CoverGirl Jumbo Gloss Bomb Cream and Caramel Cream. I wanted to use this to see if it was something I wanted to keep or not, and I'm definitely gonna keep this. I think this is just a really pretty peach. It's another one of those lip products that I tend to like better if I use it with like a darker nude lip liner to give it some structure, but I'm definitely gonna be keeping that. And then the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain and Honey. I didn't use this as much as I meant to use it, so I'm gonna keep this for the month of March and try to focus on using it more because it is a beautiful mauve pink. I hope that you guys did enjoy me breaking this down and reviewing all the products from February Shop My Stash. Like I said, I might do this video a little different in the future, and I'm still gonna be filming my March Shop My Stash video soon. I will be adding some of the products that I have mentioned in this video, but I'll also be selecting other ones. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this. If you do like Shop My Stash, if you like how I reviewed this, whatever. I hope that you all had a great month of February. And like I told you guys in my beauty favorites, I'm so looking forward to March and to spring. I hope that you all have a great day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye. Mwah.